Last summer, my brother Dave called a family meeting in our living room. He'd recently binge-watched a bunch of entrepreneurial YouTube videos and was convinced he'd stumbled onto the next big thing, invisible ink. Not the spy-grade stuff, but premium, artisanal invisible ink for hipsters who wanted to send mysterious messages or write poetry only they could read. The best part, he said, was that the ink could be made from stuff in our pantry, lemon juice, water, and a dash of creative vision, whatever that meant. At first, we were skeptical, but Dave was nothing if not persistent. He started making tiny vials in the kitchen, labeling them, ironically, with visible ink, and designing a website with a single, empty product page. Then came the real challenge: paperwork. He printed out forms for tax registration, business licensing, and even drafted a contract for me to be his chief marketing officer. All of it, of course, written with his invisible ink concoction. He'd hand me documents, I'd stare blankly at the paper, and he'd nod sagely and say, "Just trust me, it's all there." Things escalated when Dave tried to open a business bank account. He showed up at the bank with a folder full of what looked like blank printer paper. The banker, a no-nonsense woman named Karen, spent a good 5 minutes flipping through the documents, occasionally holding them up to the light. Dave just smiled and explained, "It's invisible ink. For security." Karen leaned in and whispered, "Honey, that's not security, that's insanity." I watched as Dave tried to argue that invisible paperwork means invisible bureaucracy, while Karen quietly slid a pamphlet for small business counseling across the table. In the end, Dave's invisible ink business fizzled out before it ever really began. Turns out, it's hard to get a customer base when the product, the instructions, and the receipts are all see-through. When he asked me what went wrong, I just patted him on the back and said, "Sorry, bro, I guess your big idea just wasn't written in the stars."